How are you doing, Xavier?
Hey, Xavier.
All right.
When you have a stretch like where you are defensively now, which is uncharacteristic to really anything since you've been here, what is it discouraging? How do you keep up your confidence? I mean, what sort of things do you point to help you get out of this?
Obviously there's bad, but obviously there's gonna be good. And we look at the good, and you say there's hope, and there's another opportunity, and it's week 5, so it's another opportunity for us to keep building on the good and eliminating the bad.
Do you think bringing a new scheme plays into this at all, or do you kind of, when you get in a bad stretch, do you kind of like fall back to what you've done before versus this, or does that factor in at all?
Can you repeat your question again?
Yeah, when things are going bad in a game with a new system, do you find yourself kind of going back to what worked in the past rather than having the discipline to do this system, or does that really factor in at all at this point?
That doesn't factor in. When we get the defense in, the call is the call. We can't go back to what we played last year once they call the defense in on that particular play. That doesn't matter.
There's been a lot of noise outside your building about the effort of the defense, or lack thereof, in their opinion. What are your thoughts about the effort from your defense this year?
Our effort's been good. I mean, in certain plays, some guy, me included, it may be a lack, but overall the effort is there. You don't expect, we're in the NFL. You don't expect guys to full speed for 70 plays. That's not possible. But we're gonna push as hard as we can. We know you don't expect a backside corner to go make a play on the opposite side. He running full speed the whole time. This is not possible, to be honest. But yeah.
Do you think you guys are pressing a little bit because you're trying to make the play, or just trying to? Nick McCarthy today talked about instinctive, the decisiveness of it or lack thereof. Is that all that come into play sometimes?
And I think we all just have to get on one page. I think that's the bottom line. All get on one page, communicate. Some of our breakdowns are the lack of communication and us not lining up correctly, or us not seeing things between two people the same way. Because if one's wrong and the rest is right, then we're all wrong. But all of it's wrong and we all got the same wrong, then we're all right. So that's just. We all have to see the same picture the same way.
Xavier, does it help at all that you're going against an offensive scheme from Jason Garrett, or to the scheme that's similar to one practiced against, and what will it be like to face the team that he's coaching for?
I won't say it helped. We know it. A lot of guys. A lot of secondary guys that's playing now. Some guys haven't seen JG's offense. For the secondary, we got Trey. Trey wasn't here last year, and D. World wasn't here last year. But the familiarity that I have and some of the other guys have, we're trying to pass it along. But also he has some new wrinkles as well. But we're just looking forward to another opportunity to kind of erase what we did last week and the weeks before.
What stands out to you about your time under Jason as Cowboys coach?
My time, we have fun, man. We have fun. Things didn't always go as expected, but nevertheless, we had fun. I appreciate him as a coach. I appreciate him for drafting me, and I love that guy just for what he's done and what he's done for me and this team.
You mentioned a lack of communication, Xavier. Coach McCarthy said after the game that at times there was too much pre-snap communication on defense. Do you agree with that? What is that, and how do you avoid doing that?
Like I said earlier, just all being on one page, all of us seeing the same picture, the exact same way, and that's just the bottom line. Sometimes we don't see the same thing the exact way, and in the coverage that we play now, you have to, or else you're gonna get bust, or else you're gonna leave guys wide open.
Xavier, how does Daniel Jones compare to the quarterbacks you've already faced this season, or what stands out to you about his game?
He runs the ball a lot more than the rest of the guys. He's a young quarterback. He's looked good. He's looked good on film, and at times, and he has stretches where he looks good, and then he'll make a mistake make a mistake here and there, it'll cost the team, but you have to force him to make it. If you don't, then he'll eat you alive.
The Giants have struggled as an offense overall, certainly over recent weeks. What do you see overall when you look at the team, an offense without Saquon Barkley?
Well, they still run the ball. They still have run attempts with Freeman. Freeman's going to be is becoming their bell cow now, so they're still going to attempt to run the ball. I mean, Saquon's a monster of his own, but Freeman. I mean, what he's done in the league speaks for itself. And then they have some weapons on the outside with their receivers and tight ends. And then, like I said, Daniel was their leading rusher, so obviously he's a threat as well.
You've mentioned the fact you guys play multiple schemes, multiple coverages, different looks. Have you guys, is there too much of a Rolodex that is not letting guys see the same thing?
I won't say too much. It just gotta have to be on one page in each coverage. It's different coverages. Gotta have to be on one page. You can't have too much, but I don't believe it's too much. We just all have to lock in and communicate.
Does that start with Coach Nolan and the secondary coaches, or is that with you guys as players?
It's everyone. Everyone, coaches, players. We all have to be on one page. They installed it, but as players, when we out there on that field, we're the ones playing, and we're at the end of the day, we're gonna be the ones accountable because we're the ones out there playing. We're the ones that had to put that into action.
Donovan got more playing time this week than he had previously. How would you assess what he did, and how excited were you for him that he got that opportunity?
Who you said, Donovan?
Yeah.
He played well. He played well coming in. I mean, of course, it was just what happened for him to come in, and he played well coming in for him to get his first real snaps. And I expect him to keep building on his on that experience, and on that opportunity.
You worked now with.
Was it hard to watch the tape on Monday after seeing how Beckham scored 2 reverses and there was some, as you said, communication issues in the secondary? Was it hard to watch that tape again on Monday morning?
Not hard when you want to be better. Take that medicine like a man, like a professional. We know we messed up, so you come in, you take that medicine, and you get better from it.
Michael, we'll finish up with you.
You worked with Darian, obviously at safety with you. You worked now with Donovan, with Worley, with Brennan Carr. What's this been like for you these past few games of just all the fluidity next to you when communication is so important?
Nothing different. I expect the guy next to me to do the same thing that I'm doing, to know each and every call of what needs to be done. We all prepare. We all in the same room. We all prepare the same way, and I expect nothing less. They expect nothing less from me, and I expect nothing less from them.